Another 20 years in Africa, if they keep doing what they're doing right now, America, Europe, all the countries out there are going to be begging just to kiss Africa's ass. As long as they keep fighting for themselves and not everybody else, stop fighting for everybody else. Fight for yourself, Africans. Fight for yourself. Everybody else can kiss your ass. 20 years, 20 years, you guys, your money, your denomination, your religion, your history will be in every school. Just wait and see. That's what I want to hear. And I'm sick and tired of trying to look at what they're doing and trying to be like them. I'm tired of trying to be like them when their entire history has been trying to be like us.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Their whole history has been trying to be like us. Trying to be powerful like we were.
Like we are, not we're. We just don't know our own strength right now.
What we are doing right now, we are going backwards in our own evolution, in our own history, in our own, we're going backwards, we de-evolving. The reason why? Because we think this European lifestyle is so freaking great. It isn't. Our history, the Caribbean, Africa, we don't send our parents to a nursing home.
Never.
True. They stay there until they die. They stay home until they die.
True. And they get buried in the
We
backyard.
take care of our aunts, we take care of our uncles, we take care of everybody home. You know what I'm saying? Here, mama forgot my birthday? Nah, send her home. Send her over there. Send her over there. We ain't gonna even gotta see her no more. We don't live like that. No.
So that was our brother from the diaspora from America, and this video is from Miss Trudy. She's in America, you know, showing some places. Yeah, go and check out her video. I loved what this brother had to say, and I love that we have our brothers and sisters in the diaspora that are seeing the progress that we are having and taking as African people. And I really appreciate most of the time people like Julius Malema, Professor Lumumba, presidents and leaders like in West Africa, Burkina Faso, Niger, Gabon. It's something that I really appreciate, that I'm seeing African people, African leaders, some African leaders are coming up and stepping up to, you know, to get away from the influence of the West and stand up on their ground like we are better and we are stronger and we are okay now in 2024 as African people, where we can make our own decisions, where we can control our own resources. So I really appreciate what the West African leaders especially are doing. It's something that I wish other African leaders could do. I mean, the Western influence will never want to leave the continent.
A French economist saying, Africans must remain poor. Everything possible must be done to keep Africans poor. And he even said, the West would rather go to war than allow Africans to develop. Because if they develop themselves, then the standard of the West is going to drop.
Correct.
That's what he says.
Correct.
So I said, no, I want to see the standard drop. I am tired of seeing African leaders with begging bowls going to a continent that doesn't have minerals.
Yeah.
This has to change.
Correct.
Okay? So now, when I have a vision and a goal like this, of wanting to see one day Europeans, the French people, coming to Africa to ask for her assistance.
Everything he said makes sense to me, and you're not obligated to believe or to take in whatever he said. I mean, you can pick out what you want and what you don't, but the reality of it still remains that the West would rather go to war than for us to get independence that truly makes us strong as a people. We all know the reality of what the West wants from Africa. I've talked about this a couple of times on this channel. They will never want to leave the continent. They don't wish to leave the continent. Now, in 2024, a lot of us are educated. A lot of us are trying to educate ourselves. A lot of our people have now the knowledge to comprehend on how to build our continent. So we don't really need them a lot. And they always use the manipulation tactic on how we cannot survive without them, because apparently they're the ones that have the most knowledge. I've seen that quite a lot. And it's ridiculous. It's freaking crazy and it's not true. And actually there is like a new scramble for Africa that is not like really talked about because it's hidden. Also because our people that we have in leadership don't want to speak about it, because I mean, They are the ones that sell you off every single day, as Professor Lumumba says.
The neo-colonial project is alive and well, and it is at its most dangerous, and we Africans must smell the coffee. If we don't, they are going to continue to interfere. How else do they interfere? Through NGOs, DANIDA, SIDA, UKAID, USAID. These are Trojan horses that are introduced into our countries for the purpose of influencing our processes, and they infiltrate our institutions. Right now, if you look at the African Development Bank, look at the shareholding. It's Americans, it's Germans, it's Japanese, it's the French. And the Europeans have done their bit. They also interfere through post-colonial institutions, the Commonwealth of independent nations. They are not. 60 years ago, on the 24th day of May, Kwame Nkrumah warned us. He said, if we are not united, they are going to interfere with us militarily, they are going to interfere with our economy, they are going to interfere with our agriculture. And remember, it is no longer just Europe. There is a new scramble for Africa. The military bases that you see here is telling you that if you don't behave, we are going to use force. Sometimes I wish, and I'm saying this seriously, that we too had a nuclear weapon, because that is what Europe and America understands. This is what we are saying, and we are saying further that going forward we must also recognize our internal weaknesses. And what is our weaknesses? The problem of Africa is simply and squarely one of political leadership. The rank of many political leaders in Africa are thieves. Let's call them by their name. They are thieves. They are individuals who are not interested in the interest of this country, and as long as we continue electing such individuals into positions of power across Africa, they are going to be manipulated. What then is the responsibility of the citizenry? The responsibility of the citizenry is to make demands. We must solve our own problems, and I want to see a crusading African Union, so that it's not the Americans and the Saudi Arabians who are summoning them to Jeddah. It should be in Addis Ababa. We have a responsibility to ourselves, both at the leadership level and at levels of the civic society. We must be engaged in a positive manner, and we must keep on shouting without being diplomatic, because diplomacy is lulling us into a false sense of security. When foreign powers come, we must always be reminded of these goodies that they bring to us. It used to be said of the Trojan War that even when the Greeks bear a gift, they do not mean well.
As Professor said, they have these nuclear weapons that they threaten us with. You know, if you don't do what we want, we are going to do this. I've seen a couple of videos where the US is sanctioning African countries that are not allowing to accept their agendas in the continent. So they use tactics of fear and, oh, we are not now going to accept your money, or we are going to cut down on your currency to lose value. Like, they always say those things. But at the end of the day, if we also don't let it, get to us, they are the ones that need us more. So we need like really strong leaders that are able to come out and stand on their ground and fight for us as a people. I mean, guys, when Europe leaves Africa, we have everything. We have the weather, we have the resources, we have the people. We are young, we have the knowledge. What really do you look at and you're like, oh, we can't really survive without these people? Like, what? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is, but I don't know. So why do we keep like allowing ourselves to be threatened, and why do we allow ourselves to neglect putting pressure on our people and concentrate on the outside influence, when we all know if our people do right, we will get whatever we need to strive and to be powerful as a people? That's why I really have like a lot of issues, and most people want me to only concentrate on the Western kind of things, that they are doing this, they are doing that. I mean, what do you want them to do? Because they need us more than we need them, so they have to always come in every single time. Let us know that we need to take accountability first, take a step back, and understand that nothing is going to change if we do not work on ourselves, if we do not work together, if we do not, find ways of having communication and having discussions that can open our minds and make us understand the true reality of what's going on, and look into the reality that we are not winning either way, whether you're Christian or Muslim or wherever that you come from. As Black people, we don't win in any other sector. Like I always encourage you to come into the continent, and always tell our brothers and sisters that leave the continent and come to the West to always try to associate with you guys, because we are losing either way. And the more we don't connect and keep on fighting and not talk about the right kind of problems that we are facing, we keep losing, and these other groups of people will keep on coming in the continent. They are never going to stop. They've always come in history, they will always come in the present, and they will always want to come in the future. But who is it to stop that kind of situation from happening? It's us as a people. It's us Africans and Black people as a whole. We need to do this together, not just Africans. It's us to stand on our ground and support like the kind of leaders that are coming up and fighting for us as a people. We need to put trust in the leaders that come out and try to break free from the Western influence, because if we also neglect them, then it's not going to help us. And power works together as a unity. You can't fight as one. When Africa is liberated, every Black person will be liberated. When you look into also the world as a general place for us Black people, we do not have anybody that has our best interest as a people. If we do not, find ways of having communication and having discussions and really pushing to our greatness and always looking outside us to blame, we are never going to be free. And these other people will always come in to manipulate us, because the more we are divided, the more they conquer. And I hope it makes sense. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. I really appreciate the brother for what he said. I appreciate the people that come out and show that they are with us in this struggle of, getting the independence that we need and we deserve. So I really like it. I really, really, really like it. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.